The Palace of Your Dreams, a Tenali Rama story. It was a peaceful morning in the kingdom. In the royal palace, King Krishnadeva Raya woke up suddenly, filled with wonder and excitement. Guards, courtiers, come quickly, he shouted. Everyone rushed to the king's chambers, worried that something terrible had happened. Huzur, what's wrong? Asked the chief courtier, worried. Nothing at all, he said excitedly. Everything is perfect. I just had the most incredible dream. He jumped out of bed and started describing it with his hands. There was a palace, but not just any palace. It was floating right there, up in the clouds. Golden towers, silver domes, everything sparkling in the sunlight. The courtiers exchanged worried glances. And I've decided, the king continued, clapping his hands together. I must have it, this floating palace. I will give 10,000 gold coins to whoever builds it for me. A heavy silence filled the room. Well, the king looked around. Why is everyone so quiet? It's a grand idea, Huzur, one nervous courtier mumbled. Yes, Huzur, very innovative, another added. The courtiers left the room with troubled faces. Outside the king's chambers, they whispered to each other. What do we do now? How do we tell him that this is impossible? And who will tell him? News travelled fast in the palace. By afternoon, Tenali Rama had heard everything. Aha! I know exactly what to do, he chuckled. The next morning, there was a huge commotion in the royal court. An old man with a long white beard burst through the palace doors, waving his walking stick wildly and shouting. The guards tried to stop him, but he pushed past them. Where is he? Where is the king? The old man shouted. I am here, said the king, standing up from his throne, looking very confused. Who are you? What is this about? The old man pointed his finger directly at the king. You are a thief. The king's face turned purple. What did you just call me? A thief, a robber, the old man repeated even louder. Explain yourself right now, thundered the king, or I'll throw you in the dungeon. Last night I had a dream, and in that dream, you, Huzur, came to my humble home with 50 soldiers. You stole my gold, my silver, my jewels, everything. The courtiers couldn't believe their ears. This old man had gone completely mad. Are you out of your mind? I was sleeping in my bed all night. How dare you accuse me, the king, of such a ghastly crime? But I saw you very clearly, insisted the old man. You were wearing your crown and everything. That was a dream, you fool, roared the king. Dreams are not real. Dreams are just imagination. Fantasy. Oh, really? The old man tilted his head. Dreams are not real, you say? Of course they're not real. The king was practically shouting now. Interesting. The old man's voice suddenly changed. It became younger, sharper, more playful. Then, in one swift motion, he ripped off his fake beard. He pulled off his wig. He straightened his back and tossed away his walking stick. The entire court gasped. Standing before them was none other than Tenali Rama, grinning from ear to ear. Tenali Rama? The king's mouth hung open in shock. Your humble servant, Huzur. Tenali Rama bowed with a flourish. The king blinked several times, completely speechless. Tenali Rama's eyes twinkled with wisdom. So tell me, Huzur, if dreams are not real, then how can anyone build the beautiful floating palace that you saw in your dream? Silence. Complete and total silence. The king stood frozen. His face went from purple to red to pink. Then suddenly he burst out laughing. Oh, Tenali Rama, you got me. You really got me. The courtiers, who had been holding their breath, finally relaxed and started smiling. And for the first time that morning, it appeared that he was truly awake, with the palace of his dreams floating back to where it belonged in his fantasy world.